The other day, I found myself driving behind a car that was displaying a P plate. And I got myself to thinking, if you've passed your driving test, should you signal to the world that you're inexperienced? As William Shakespeare famously put it, to pee or not to pee? That is the question. I completely understand why people might want to use P plates. They ask for patience, they reduce pressure, they signal that that driver might be inexperienced, and they might be reassuring for a new driver. So why wouldn't I use them? The driving examiner has already decided that you're ready to be on the road. Confidence comes through driving, and that P plate might communicate the idea that you're not quite ready yet. So other drivers might react negatively to that label rather than your actual driving, which is fine. If you're a new driver and you're using P plates, I believe that you're more capable than you think you are. In a little while, I'm going to look at some clips from other YouTubers who've covered this topic, and there's an interesting correlation to my own thoughts on this. We'll come to that. But first, let me tell you my own story about when I started driving. I was 17 years old. I looked quite young for my age, and I wasn't very confident. When I got behind the wheel of that first car that I drove, I didn't feel particularly brilliant at driving. I didn't feel experienced. But I'll tell you what I did feel. Equal. At last. Equal to everyone else. On the road at least. A driving instructor had given me a driving licence. In actual fact, I have my original licence here. For anyone under the age of about 30, that's what driving licences used to look like. You're supposed to give them back to the DVLA when you get a new one, but I forgot to post it. Souvenir. If you're a new or inexperienced driver, you are equal. You have a right to be on the roads as much as everyone else. Believe it. So I thought I was being brilliantly original, coming up with an idea for a video about P plates. And then when I was doing a bit of research, I found that quite a few other driving YouTube channels have covered this. So I'm going to show a couple of clips from two really good channels that I sub to. And you'll see they kind of back me up on this idea.
So what can people do? P plates, is that a good idea?
P plates, it's quite controversial. Some people believe that P plates are good to make other road users aware that you've just passed your test.
Do you want people to know that you've just passed your test?
I personally wouldn't, because I personally have seen how some drivers deal with learner drivers and how they behave around learner drivers, which can add to a learner driver's anxiety and nerves.
But also it's not a good idea to use P plates, because people will have the same reaction to you. They're going to be slow, she's going to be unconfident, he's not going to know what to do at that situation, so people won't help you out while you're driving.
What's your opinion on P plates?
Oh, this is an interesting subject.
Because I just saw someone turn and they had P plates on their car. I'm intrigued.
How did that make you feel?
I don't really like them, because I feel like it makes people more like, I feel like people have not less respect, but they're a bit more like, oh, brilliant, behind someone who's only just passed.
You're right, it definitely makes you stand out.
If you'd like to watch more from Francis and Phil, I will put links to their channels in the description. I completely acknowledge that as a new driver, you're going to be nervous, but I'm thinking you've probably gathered by now, I'm not a massive fan of P plates. I don't think they're the best way to build confidence for yourself. If you're watching this as someone who has P plates attached to your car, please don't think I'm criticising you. But if you were to ask my advice, I would suggest gently unpeeling them sooner rather than later. Because someone whose job it is to formally assess your driving has looked at you and said, you're ready. So drive safely, drive like you mean it, and enjoy the ride, because that is how to love driving. And I'll see you in the next one. No novice drivers were harmed in the making of this video.